running Google Ads for roadside assistance, but getting spam phone calls that may never turn into real jobs, then that's a common issue in this industry, and it can drain your budget really fast. In this video, I'll explain what can cause these kind of spammy phone calls and how to adjust your ads so you can get more relevant customers who are actually looking for your services. So let's get started. So guys, we're in our Google Ads dashboard, and if you have a roadside business and you are getting lots of spammy low quality phone calls, here in this video I'm going to show you some of the ways how you can improve the quality of your phone calls to start getting more higher quality phone calls. This is one of our example account, and this is a towing service business, and as you can see the last 14 days data, we have received 260 phone calls and 144 conversions. Why the number of conversions are less than the number of phone calls? Because certain people might call several times and we need to count them as one conversion. Or maybe let's say you might receive phone calls which are less than 20 seconds or 10 seconds, and you need to count them as one conversion. And you should not be counting them as conversions. That's why the number of phone calls can be less than the number of conversions. And as you can see, the cost per conversion is around $18.30. And you can see where I've helped other local service businesses to generate phone calls or form submissions with Google Ads. And to know more of these kind of case studies, you can also visit my website. So first of all, I would suggest you to analyze the quality of your phone calls. Maybe you can see certain patterns happening again and again. And by checking the quality of your phone calls, you can get some idea. So we're going to go to the dashboard and see the call details report. As you can see, in the last 14 days, we've generated 172 phone calls. And from here, we can have an idea the type of phone calls we're getting. So here we can sort by their call length. Let's say if we're gonna see the phone calls more than 30 seconds. So 117 phone calls are more than 30 seconds in the last 14 days. And they can include mostly phone calls happening from the ads. And as you can see, there are certain phone calls happening from the website, but mostly the phone calls are coming from the ads. So you can either listen to the call recordings, or another way would be, as I told, you can go through the call length and see the duration of the calls, and you can approximately have an idea. But the best way would be by listening to the call recordings. So if somebody is looking for irrelevant services, if somebody is looking for competitor terms, you can find those kind of patterns happening again and again. As you can see, we have the campaign section here, but you can also add the target keyword section, or the sections that you can add that can make it easy to optimize your campaigns and analyze your campaigns. A quick reminder, if you want to know how I got 2x more phone calls using 2 key strategies in Google Ads, click the link in the description below and I'll send you the video of how I did that for free. So that's one way. And another way, as I told, you can add your target keywords and you can find the phone calls which are generating phone calls less than, let's say, 30 seconds, or let's say less than 20 seconds, which means they are probably lower quality phone calls. Again, there might be some phone calls that are missed calls, which can be 0 seconds. But if we're going to remove those phone calls, we're going to only include the phone calls that are received. And as you can see, we have 34 phone calls, which are less than 20 seconds, which could be considered as lower quality phone calls. But also, if somebody's calling 3 times and the third phone call can be really, really short, they might be asking, are you coming? Yes, I'm going. And they just hang up. Or if you don't include this kind of keywords, these are most probably lower quality phone calls. So from here, you can identify which target keywords are generating these kind of phone calls, and you can consider limiting their search volume or pausing this kind of keywords. But I would say you should be really, really careful, because those target keywords can also be attracting higher quality phone calls as well. Because here they might be generating lower quality phone calls, but also they can be attracting higher quality phone calls as well. You should be analyzing both. If they're generating lots and lots of lower quality phone calls at the same time they're attracting higher quality phone calls, I would suggest you not to touch those kind of keywords. So that's how we can have an idea and analyze the quality of our phone. So this leads us to the next section, which means identify where exactly the spam phone calls are coming from. So you might include their target keywords. For example, it is coming from certain target keyword, and maybe you need to pause those kind of target keywords. And again, you can find the keywords that are more profitable and bringing more higher quality phone calls. You can find those kind of keywords. And as you can see, we have 99 phone calls that are more than 60 seconds, which means most probably there are higher quality phone calls, which means most probably you can find more phone calls from here that are higher quality phone calls. So you can focus more and more on these kind of keywords that are generating those higher quality phone calls. So they could be keywords, ad groups, or campaigns. So you can give more of your budget towards these kind of keywords, ad groups, and campaigns. And the next thing on our list, Let's say you have chosen high intent keywords. From here, you have identified which keywords could be generating higher quality phone calls, and you can find more and more similar types of keywords. So you can add the keywords from the keyword planner section, or you can go to the search terms report and find the keywords which are converting more. So let's say we're going to go to the search terms report, and let's say from here, we're going to scroll down, and in the last 14 days, as you can see, these keywords, all of them generate some conversions, and most of them are added as a target keyword already. And you can analyze certain target keywords which haven't been added, and if you think they're relevant and high quality keywords, you can add them as target keywords here. But again, I would not look for the last 14 days data. Ideally, I would look at the last 60 days, 90 days, and the more conversion data I have, the better it would be, so that it would be more reliable. If we add certain target keywords which have generated enough consistent number of conversions, there is a higher chance that it would bring more conversions in the future as well. So from here, we can add certain search terms as target keywords, which have brought some higher quality conversions. So that's one way. And another way would be, we're going to go to the keyword planner section. And from here, as you can see, we've gone to tools, planning, keyword planner, and click on discover new keywords. And here we're going to add our target keyword. So I just use the keyword roadside assistance, and we can have more keyword ideas available after that. So as you can see, we have around 970 keyword ideas available. As you can see, AAA roadside assistance, which can generate some brand terms as well, which is useful to add them as negative keywords. But our target keywords would be from here, roadside assistance near me, or from here, if you're going to scroll down, 24-hour roadside assistance near me, flat tire. You can add these kind of keywords by going through the list, but the point is you need to add more higher quality, higher intent keywords. And with that way, you can increase your chance of generating more higher quality, more specific keywords that can bring higher quality traffic. And from higher quality traffic, obviously, you can generate higher quality phone calls. But these are just an example, and you can get more and more keyword ideas from here. And the next thing on our list, you should remove informational low intent target keywords. So you can do the same with your target keywords, but I'm going to give you that example from this keyword planner. So let's say you may have chosen the keyword roadside assistance itself. This could be a good keyword, but it can attract informational intent users as well, which means you can attract both conversions and you can also waste some budget by targeting these kind of keywords. So rather than targeting roadside assistance, you can target keywords like, as I told, roadside assistance near me. So you could be targeting keywords with 1 or 2 words, and that could be bringing lower quality traffic with people who are looking for competitor names and irrelevant services. So that would be one way. And another way would be by going to the target keywords section, and from here, sort the keywords with higher cost per conversion to the lower cost per conversion. So as you can see, certain keywords have higher cost per conversion, which is $54, which is much higher than other keywords. But you might have more of these kind of keywords. And again, this is for the last 14 days data. And if you are sorting by their cost per conversion, the better way would be seeing the data for the last 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, and you can have more reliable data. And with that way, if you're sorting with their cost per conversion and you might have, let's say, much higher cost per conversion, compare it to their average cost per conversion data, then you can consider pausing those kind of keywords, or you can consider limiting their search volume. And with that way, you can give more budget to the keywords which are already bringing some conversions, and you can get more conversions or phone calls with the same budget as well. And the next thing on our list, you should add negative keywords frequently to block spam traffic. So we're going to go to the search terms report. We're going to go to the insights and reports. And from here, we're going to go to search terms. And from here, in the added and excluded sections, I'm going to show you how many search terms I'm adding frequently. So we're going to see only the excluded ones, which means I've excluded them. In the last 14 days, as you can see, I'm removing certain search terms regularly, because you should be removing certain search terms regularly so that you won't get clicks or impressions from irrelevant traffic. And as you can see, in the last 14 days, 168 search terms have been removed, and those search terms brought 8 clicks, which could bring some irrelevant phone calls and waste your budget. As you can see, from 8 clicks, it shows we've generated 1 conversion and $40.83. But I don't trust this metric, and still you should add this as exclusions, which means you should exclude these search terms which are not relevant, which are including your competitor names, irrelevant services. You should exclude those kind of terms regularly to clean your search terms report. And the next thing on our list, you should work on your headlines and descriptions as well. So we're going to go to the campaign section and click on ads. And from here, we're going to see one of our ads. So we're seeing one of our example ads. And as you can see, this is our headline section, and it is pinned, and we have second pinned headlines as well, which includes call to actions. And after that, you can include your unique selling points. But the point is, with your headlines, you can filter irrelevant callers as well. So let's say they're looking for roadside assistance in another location. Let's say you are in New York, but they're looking for roadside assistance from another state. That can happen. And with your headlines, you can filter those kind of irrelevant traffic. So you can pin them as first if you want. That's how I created it here. Or you can unpin them, and Google Ads can mix and match the headlines, and it can show the headlines and descriptions with higher CTR. But with pinning your headlines, you can filter those kind of irrelevant traffic. And that's what you can do with your target keywords. And you can also include your call to action, such as call us now, we're available. Or if you have some promotions, you can put and pin it in the second headline as well. And the third headline may not always be shown, because if they're using mobile devices, with mobile devices, most probably you can see two headlines. And you should be very selective and careful when using the headlines, and your headlines can help you to filter irrelevant traffic as well. And this can happen with your descriptions as well. You should work on your descriptions with that way. And the next thing, or less, you should work on your keyword match types as well. Maybe the keyword match types could be causing the issue of those irrelevant spam phone calls coming. Maybe you are using broad match, which can attract lots of irrelevant phone calls and junk phone calls. And if you are wasting more money than you earn with broad match, you can pause broad match keywords. And it can also happen with phrase match. Again, if you're wasting more budget than you're earning with phrase match, you can pause phrase matches as well. And you can only focus on exact match. But focusing only on exact match might have its downsides as well. The traffic might be limited. It might cost you more, because cost per clicks in the exact match can be much higher. But you should double check if broad matches are bringing lots of irrelevant phone calls and it is costing you more than you're earning, then you can consider pausing broad match. And you can do the same with phrase, but with broad and phrase, if you're adding regular negative keywords, and still after adding negative keywords and blocking irrelevant traffic, you're wasting a lot of your ad budget, you can then consider step-by-step pausing broad match. And after that, if you have taken enough steps, and if it's not working with phrase as well, you can also pause phrase match keywords as well. And the next thing, or less, you should continuously optimize by monitoring your campaigns. Again, you can go to the search terms report, and from here you can add negative keywords. If you're receiving consistent number of low quality phone calls by getting irrelevant search terms, or you can find high converting keywords from here as well, and you can add them as target keywords. And with that way, overall, you can optimize your campaigns, create more ad groups, focus on the winning terms, pause or limit the search volume of the losing terms. Overall, you need to keep regularly optimizing your campaign. These are some of the ways if you're a roadside assistance business and you're getting spam phone calls. And with those ways, you can improve the quality of your phone calls by working on your keywords, ad groups, and overall account structure. So guys, again, if you want to know how I doubled the number of phone calls by using 2 key strategies in Google Ads, you can click the link in the description below, and I will send you the video of how I did that for free. Or if you guys want my help to generate phone calls for your roadside assistance business, you can click the link in the description below and apply to work with me, and I try to manage your Google Ads campaigns at an affordable rate. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching this video, and see you guys in my other videos.